Hello, ladies and gentlemen. RP Tube Vision brings to you Wrestling Trivia Tuesday.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. Believe this is episode number 6, and this one we'll be discussing a couple of championships and finding out who the Thrillseekers were. And sorry, folks, I gotta say it, it's part of the contract. Shameless plug. If you like this show along with my other content, please hit the subscribe button. Now, with that crap over with, let's get on with the show. Question number 1. Before it was Impact and just TNA, it started out as NWA TNA, and they introduced a new championship called the X Division title. Who was the inaugural champion? Was it A, the Amazing Red, B, Kid Cash, or C, AJ Styles? The answer is C, AJ Styles. On the June 26, 2002 edition of NWA TNA, which was the second episode, AJ Styles would defeat Low Key, Jerry Lynn, and Psychosis in a four-way double elimination match. Pretty good match if you ever get on YouTube or wherever you can find it. I'm pretty sure you can find it somehow on YouTube. The first couple shows were actually pretty good. I kind of dug the Asylum years, when they were in the Nashville, Tennessee fairgrounds. And I will admit, I was probably one of a few people who did actually get those Wednesday night $10 pay per views. I enjoyed it. It was something different. Anyway, let's go to question number 2. Back in 1994, a couple of up and comers came into Smoky Mountain Wrestling calling themselves the Thrillseekers. Were the Thrillseekers A, Al Snow and Marty Jannetty, B, Lance Storm and Chris Jericho, or C, Rex King and Steve Dahl? The answer was B, Lance Storm and Chris Jericho. This was their first wrestling company, and they were supposed to be like the new fresh white meat baby faces, I think, looking to replace the Rock and Roll Express, who had at this time a long career. But check out Jim Cornette's podcast or Shooter Reviews where he talks about them. He can probably give you a way better story than I can because I wasn't there. Both of them had pretty good careers. Lance Storm went to ECW, became a multi-time tag team champion with Chris Candido, and then later on Just Incredible. Then went to WCW, and I think he won just about every belt except for the world belt and probably the world tag too. I can't remember. It was during the dying days of WCW. Then went on to WWE when they bought out WCW and did pretty well for himself. Jericho, kind of same pathway. ECW became TV champion for a short bit. Then WCW, where he really started taking off. But of course, like I said, I'm not a front office guy. Don't know backstage politics. It's whatever I read on the internet at the time. He felt he was only gonna go so far, so he made the jump to WWE and had a great career. Um, Storm is now retired, and Chris Jericho, he's still getting it done, tearing it up in the AEW. The other two tag teams, Al Snow and Marty Jannetty, they were actually called the New Rockers in the WWF/E, with Al Snow going by the name of Leaf Cassidy. Uh, Rex King and Steve Dahl, which, hopefully they rest in peace, are no longer with us. Started out as the Southern Rockers in Portland Wrestling and wrestling the USWA. Changed their names when they went to the WWF. Rex, Rex King became Timothy Well. Steve Dahl became Stephen Dunn. And collectively, they were known as Well Done. Yeah, great. This was the WWF at the time. But they did make a few appearances for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Okay, last one here for this week. Who was the only brothers to ever hold the NWA World Heavyweight Championship? Talking about the singles belt, there's only been one pair of brothers who have ever held the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Were they A, Rick and Scott Steiner, B, Jack and Jerry Briscoe, or C, Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk? The answer is C, Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk. Dory Funk Jr. won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship from Gene Kiniski in 1969. He would hold the championship for 4.5 years. Terry Funk would defeat Jack Briscoe for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship in 1975 and hold it for 14 months. Yeah, usually champions keep them for a long time. And the NWA champions, of course, if any of you out there remember Bruno Sammartino or even Hulk Hogan, I think held the WWF championship for 4 years, over 4 years, before he got not really defeated, but the whole twin referee deal. But they're kind of somewhat doing that now in the WWE. Roman Reigns has held it held the undisputed Universal Championship now for over 400 days. I think AJ over 200. I know. CM Punk, I think, held it for a year, close to it. Yeah, they're doing the whole days thing, and that's their deal. I guess saying someone held it for, you know, 150 days sounds better than 5 months, I guess, if that math works out right. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the show. Take it easy, and you folks have a good one. See you next time.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife and Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife and Natural.